A few months ago, Ferrari unveiled a new mid-engine V8 supercar called the F8 Tributo. It comes as a replacement for the well-known and well-established 488 GTB. The F8 is a very good-looking car. It certainly represents a significant leap forward when it comes to Ferrari's design ethos, apart from its 10-year-old interior, that is. However, the specs are a bit disappointing, not because they're not impressive, because they are very impressive. It's ridiculous what we're getting out of these cars nowadays, but they're disappointing because of the expectations we had on the 488 replacement. The very noticeable leap forward in design terms isn't apparent in performance terms, at least when you look at the numbers. And especially when you compare it to the 488 Pista, they literally have the same power and torque output. I don't see this car outperforming the Pista in the way we expect a replacement model to do. I don't see this car quote-unquote embarrassing its predecessor in the same way we've seen with previous generations.
James's car is gone! It's just a humiliation!
I don't even see this car outperforming the 720S in all scenarios, which is now an older car. And that's largely because the F8 uses a lot of technology developed for the Pista, like the engine, the S-Tag, the FDE, Ferrari Dynamic Enhancer, and so on. Which I find interesting because Ferrari charges a substantial amount more for the special 488 for its special customers, and then makes what's essentially the same car available for everyone else for what I presume will be a lower price. Now, obviously, all manufacturers do carry technology from one car to the next, but when you do that, the next car should be a significant step up over what it replaces. And as of right now, by looking at the numbers and all the reviews I've watched, that step up isn't apparent. And at first I thought there was reason to be concerned. Could it be that maybe Ferrari had stagnated a bit? Because it seems to me we're reaching the pinnacle of what can be done with a combustion engine while keeping it reliable, lightweight, cost-effective, and compliant with current regulations. And that's why I believe we've got to the point where combustion engines for high-performance cars need an added support, ideally coming from electric engines. But it turns out Ferrari is very much aware of that, because very recently they unveiled the newest mid-engine V8 supercar, and it's called the SF90 Stradale. Unquestionably the most innovative car Ferrari has made in years. It's got brand new technology all around it, brand new for Ferrari that is. It's got an all new powertrain composed by a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 producing 780 horsepower and 3 supplementary electric engines, 2 of them powering each of the front wheels and the other powering the rear wheels, in a similar fashion to the Honda NSX, which also makes it the first ever mid-engine Ferrari with all-wheel drive. It's got an entirely redesigned interior with the steering wheel containing a touchpad and a multitude of haptic buttons, and an entirely digital instrument cluster, not using a traditional flat screen but instead a curved one, which is the first in automotive history. Curved screens have no place in living rooms but make all the sense in cars. It's also got a brand new 8-speed gearbox without a reverse gear, which is integrated in the electric engines for weight-saving purposes. It's got the latest Ferrari software systems, a new approach to aerodynamics to deal with the extra heat from the electric engines, various driving modes including an electric-only mode. It's truly a new car for Ferrari. The only aspects of the car I'm not so keen on are first, its name. SF90 Stradale. Stradale means street in Italian, which basically implies that it's the road-going version of the SF90. The SF90.
Why are we so slow?
We don't know at the moment.
This SF90.
There's something strange with the engine. What's happening?
I'm not sure I'd want a car based on that. It would probably be very fast when journalists test it and get bitten by Hondas and AMGs. Anyway, the second thing I'm not so keen on is its styling. I think the F8 looks far better than the SF90, but that's about the only thing the F8 has got going for itself. The SF90 represents a definitive leap forward in performance, and it firmly consolidates itself as a true next-generation supercar. Nothing about the F8 suggests next generation. At first I thought maybe a hybrid powertrain wasn't ready considering some of the issues they had with the LaFerrari, but that's clearly not the case. I also considered the possibility that the development of the new technology was perhaps delayed. Maybe they couldn't fit it in the price range of the F8 with the current costs of batteries and other possible components, but if that were the case, then they should have waited, because it feels like not so long ago the 488 was introduced to the public. The 488 isn't that old, in fact it's 4 years old, In comparison, the 458 went from 09 to 2015. That's 6 years in production. The 488 still looks and feels fresh. The announcement of the F8 feels like it came out a bit too soon. Well, maybe everything will make sense once the pricings of the cars are public, but considering it's Ferrari, the pricing most likely won't make any sense. But in all in, the SF9 Stradale is here and it's mighty impressive. McLaren, your move. Let me know if you don't agree with something I've said and remember to rate the video. Thanks for watching.